It's Friday, August the 5th. It's a very early start for the Premier League season, and we are here today for game week 1 of the Fantasy Chancer, the fantasy football show I'm bringing you this year on the Upper Tier podcast. Quick shout out to the boys of the Upper Tier doing fantastic stuff, and with Niall at the helm, there's absolutely great work going on here and football content for all fans and all teams all season long. So I'm bringing this to you. It'll be a nice quick show every week where I'm just going to go through my team. Depending on if people are available, I'll have some guests on as well to go through their team, and this will be uploaded 90 minutes before every game week. Okay, so I've made a small few changes to my team from when I brought you the preview show a couple of weeks back. So we're just going to kick into some of them now. Okay, I have stuck with Gavin Bazunu in goals, and I understand that this really is a gamble because we don't know for sure that if Gavin Bazunu is definitely going to play, but I feel that if he does play, he will be a busy goalkeeper as any goalkeeper would be at Southampton. And obviously, look, we've seen the guy in action for the Republic of Ireland, and he's been sensational. You can tell by him that he's been trained to be a modern goalkeeper. You can obviously tell he's been at Man City. He plays that way. But I feel that if he does play, whilst he might not get a lot of clean sheets at Southampton, there'll be definitely opportunity for bonus points and potential lot of saves and things like that. So Gavin Bazunu, small gamble, but as I say, like I take gambles at the back to make sure my firepower at the front kind of carries me through a game week. So followed by Gavin Bazunu, then I've went for 2 Arsenal defenders this week, and basically they're cheap. Now I could look at my back 4, we'll call it, including the keeper this week, and I might say like none of them might not keep clean sheets this week. So that's the gamble of going cheap at the back. So the reason I've went with Ben White is Tomiyasu is not up to match speed. Ben White's a 4.5, the same as William Saliba, both 4.5s, both guaranteed to play this game week. So for now, I'm going to go with that. And obviously then you have Nico Williams coming in there to Nottingham Forest, and difficult game for them to start with Newcastle away. And Newcastle are going to have a very big season. People will say maybe they didn't spend as much as we thought, but you know, I still expect good things from Newcastle coming this season. Now we're going to the midfield. So I took Calvin Phillips out of my team for Declan Rice. I'm not 110% that Phillips will be playing. He should be playing. I'm not 100% that he will be playing. So Declan Rice is in there. Will he get much joy against Man City this week? Very difficult to say. Obviously, Andres Pereira then beside him, who I feel will have a strong season playing in the Fulham team that, let's face it, they're going to be struggling at the back, I think, more so than the front. It's kind of always been the way when Fulham have went up. They've kind of defensively is an issue for them. But I think Pereira at 4.5 like is a relatively small gamble for a player that he has a bit of something about him that we didn't really get to see too much at Manchester United. So he's definitely one to keep an eye on this season in terms of the price tag. The man beside him needs no introduction, Mo Salah. Very difficult decision not to make him captain because I fully expect Liverpool to beat Fulham at the weekend and beat them well. But Mo Salah is going to be there in my team 38 out of 38 game weeks, barring injury or anything else that happens. The man beside him, Son, very rarely injured. Now, I did have Kevin De Bruyne initially in my team here for the same valuation, but I just think that Son, when I put the two of them down on paper, I was thinking Son is very rarely injured, and he still always comes up with the goods. So that was my decision to put Son in instead of Kevin De Bruyne, just basically because of De Bruyne's dodgy injury record at times. Front three, Harry Kane, self-explanatory, like Son, delivers all the time. Gabriel Jesus I've went with this week as captain. Now, it was a flip of the coin between Jesus and Salah, and Jesus is the most selected player in fantasy football history, which is a bit nuts, at over 71% as it stands when I'm recording this video. So I just think he's had a very strong preseason, getting a lot of goals. So if he could nick an early one against Crystal Palace on Friday night, well then another may follow as well. So I'm just going to go with Jesus as my captain this week, just as something different now with the valuation and the selected by 71%. I'm sure other people will take a gamble on Jesus as well. The man beside him then, Erling Haaland, played very well, I thought, last week against Liverpool in the Community Shield, but there was just a little bit, the connection is not quite there yet between the City midfield and the striker, and he was making a few runs in behind that weren't picked up, and obviously he missed a glorious chance as well, and there was a couple of other chances where he was trying to get in between the lines. So I think that he will be one to get goals, but as I said previously, I'd just be a little bit concerned sometimes about his injury record. Now, if we have a quick look at the bench here, Willie Caballero, backup goalkeeper to, I would hope, Gavin Bazunu. I've bought Tyreek Lamptey in here. I feel with Cucurella and other players out the door for Brighton this year, it may open the door for him again. We've seen him a couple of seasons ago having a really good season. Last year, he was nowhere really to be seen. And then the last two players, Vestergaard and Lavia, well, I don't know if these two will be playing, but they're both 4 million. So at the 4 million price point, I just needed it to fill out my team because of how top heavy it is, you know. So that's basically my team for this week. Now, I have to remind you guys that the league code, and it's very important, we want as many people to join this league as possible. It's U2E7KY. You'll find it in the description for this video. And if we get as many people to join this year, we'll have a bit of fun. Whoever joins in can come on, do certain shows with me. I'm going to be doing 38 of these. I'm going to be doing one for every game week. So hit me up if you want to come on the show. And best of luck to everyone. Next week in episode game week 2, I'm going to be looking at the table and seeing which way you guys are performing and who's leading the way and who's not leading the way. So join me for game week 2 next week and enjoy the Premier League. It's great to have it back. Thank you so much, guys.